Welcome to the Universal Group of Institution, Bangalore. Recently, we have seen that there was a national conference or district judiciary held, and we will be talking today about that only. Justice delayed, justice denied. This phrase was coined in 1868 by the then Prime Minister of Britain, William Gladstone. Today also we find the relevance of this phrase everywhere. Here on the occasion of National Conference on District Judiciary, we will be discussing on the insights given by President Draupadi Murmu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Justice Chandrachud. First, see what our President said. She spoke about the backlog of cases. She emphasized that reducing the backlog of court cases is a significant challenge, with some cases pending for over 32 years. So we can see that 32 years. After 32 years also, people have not got justice in few cases. And that's what our president has highlighted. And we need to take help of all the stakeholders to address this issue. Apart from that, our president also talked about the barriers for the poor and the moral responsibility of judiciary. When it comes to poor people, we see that the justice does not reach to the lower strata as it reaches to the creamy lot of the audience. The president highlighted that poor people from rural areas often avoid the justice system due to fear and the potential for increased hardship, resulting in silent tolerance of injustice. So for them, it is a very hard working, it will be a very hard work to get justice. So they become tolerant and silent about the judiciary system, and therefore the cases from the lower strata or from the poor people does not come to the judiciary. We need to highlight this issue and we need to cater this issue as well. Moral responsibility. She underscores the moral duty of judges and judicial officers to uphold principle of dharma, truth and justice, maintaining the integrity and respect of Indian jurisprudence. Every judge and every court judges, whether it is Supreme Court, High Court or lower court, need to cater their responsibility so that justice is not denied to anybody. Apart from that, now we will see what our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has said in his speech. He said that 75 years of the Supreme Court further enhances the glory of India as the mother of democracy. 150 crore citizens of India have only one dream, that is Azadi Ka Amrit Kal, Viksit Bharat and New India. So as you all know that India is having the highest population, so we are the biggest democratic country in the world. To showcase this glory, our Prime Minister says that if we achieve Amrit Kal, Azadi Ka Amrit Kal and Viksit Bharat and New India, then the justice system will be given a prior importance in such kind of scenario. Apart from that, our Prime Minister also said that the spirit of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is citizen first, dignity first, and justice first, keeping the importance of the citizen at the highest with their dignity also at the highest with the justice system. The idea behind Nyaya Sanhita is to not punish the citizen but to protect them. India's criminal laws have been freed from colonial mindset of rulers and slaves. Now we come to Chief Justice of India, Justice T.Y. Chandrachud, who made several important remarks during his address. Let us see what were his perspective. Inspecting or administrative judges must ensure that their process of evaluating judicial officers is based on data collected over a period of time and not through mere inspection on designated days. So designated days will be very few, right? But we need to cater that the long period of time should be taken. Judge, if we collectively take decision on hiring any administrative judge or inspecting the condition as so. Apart from that, our Chief Justice of India also talk on the inclusivity measures. developing a comprehensive framework of gender equality in decision making, adopting measures to recruit, train, and retain, and promote members from diverse and vulnerable groups. The need to openly discuss mental health issues and the emotional well being of judicial officers was also reiterated by him. He emphasized that the emotional and mental well being of the judicial officers has a direct correlation to efficiency in the justice delivery and containing the public's faith in the working of the court. So he gave a lot of importance in the mental health of the judges. Apart from that, we also see on the independence and working condition of judges, our Chief Justice said that the judge will be protected by the system despite the fact that they retain their fierce independence, providing working condition in the district judiciary in the small piece of the nation pays for securing independence and impartiality. So, providing working condition in the district judiciary is a very small price that the nation pays for securing independence and impartiality. And financially insecure judiciary will be a grave danger for the society. So, financial insecurity should be removed. Then he talked about the declogging of jails. As we all know that a lot of cases are pending, so do our jails are clogged. So we need to work on declogging of jails. But how this will be done? By not keeping the petty criminals behind the bars. So this is the only way by which we can declog our jails. CJI accept hopes to inculcate a sense of independence and confidence free of fear and minds of young judges. So the minds of young judges need to be fearless. This was the message of our CJI. That's all for this topic, and at end I want to conclude by saying that true peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice also. That's all for now. Stay tuned with us. Thank you.